the thing that you have to remember is that the ability to solve basically comes from having solved before. You should not sit there and try to think about how do I solve, because you have 3 minutes to solve, and it takes 3 minutes to solve after you decide how to solve it. If I know how to solve it, from that point onwards it takes me 3 minutes to solve, and you have only 3 minutes to solve, which means by the time you finish reading the question, you should already know how to solve it. So how do you understand how to solve it so quickly? You have solved something similar many times before. If you have solved something similar 10 times before, you know how to solve this particular question. So a lot about CAT is not like thinking or solving there on the exam day. Much of it is remembering something that you have done similar and applying it and trying to solve in that particular exam environment. If you are starting to think for the first time, if you are seeing a question for the first time in the exam environment, it is going to be very difficult for you to solve there. So always remember, CAT is less about like knowledge or intelligence. It is a skill-based exam, and it's a skill that you have to hone over many months. It's basically that like say painting or like drawing. The person, when they draw like say eyes for the first time, they'll be not very good. They'll be slightly crooked, it will be difficult, they'll have to erase many times and redraw them. But if you have drawn eyes, faces hundreds of times, your hand is set, you already know how to do it. So here it is similar, it's a skill-based exam. You should have solved questions from these topics so many times that you don't even have to think of how to solve. By the time you read the question, muscle memory should kick in and you should be able to solve it by yourself. And that muscle memory should be strongest for arithmetic. Solve so many questions from arithmetic that they are easy for you to solve. You should not have to even think how to solve this question, because you have already solved something similar tens of times before. This is the most important thing that you have to do.